Hi everybody. Well, I was just sitting here editing a video, and remember the other day I did a video on, well, a scammer called me. And then, as I'm editing, this happened. So I'm just wondering, I don't know about you guys, but I get this all the time. I get an email, a phone call, or a text message from random numbers. And if you call those numbers, you find out it's somebody's phone number, but they're jumping on it, if you know what I mean. Like they know the number, they're hacking in, and they're pretending they're sending it from this number. But I got a message saying that my Spotify membership has now ended and update your payment information here. Big red flag. Big red flag. It should never say enter your information here. It should say go to your account to update your information. It should never ever say enter information here. No respecting company ever asks you to click on a link to update your banking information or payment information here, ever. So that's a big red flag right there. I don't even know if they're legally allowed to ask you to click on a link to go update your information. Normally it will always say, go to your account to update your account. Well, so I know that right away. This is a false, this is a scam. Somebody's trying to get my money, my credit card information, etc. I also knew this because I don't have a Spotify account, or a membership, so no, this is impossible for here. But then even if you're thinking, if you're not sure about that, you do have a Spotify membership, or you have, and you're not sure about the web and things like that, and you're going to click on this and you're going to update your account, take a look at the email address, www.spotify-mobile.weebly.com. Do we honestly think that, say, a company like Spotify or Amazon or Google or Sears, Walmart, do we honestly think they're going to have no name? Like it's not gonna just say Spotify.com or Spotify/accounts.com. It's going to say Spotify QC dash mobile. No. This is absolutely not a legitimate email. This is 100% a scam. And if you notice the timestamp on it, it was 8 a.m. roughly in the morning, about 8:15 in the morning. They're trying to catch you when you're rushing to work, when you're in a hurry, when you're maybe just waking up, not thinking clearly yet, and you're still drowsy. They're trying to catch you at your most vulnerable time. And this is a perfect example of, yeah, I get these 2 to 3 times a week. I get text messages, and some days I get that same phone call. You know, the one that says the Internal Revenue needs to talk to you right now. Contact us to settle your accounts, or a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Or this is a police services looking for you. You're about to be arrested if you don't contact this method. They don't work that way. Internal Revenue and the Canadian Revenue Services, if they want your money, they just go to your bank and take it. They get an issue from the court and take the money out of your account without you even noticing it, without you knowing about it. That's how they work. They don't send you a warning. They don't call you on the phone and say, you know what, we're going to take your money out of your account in a week. They wouldn't do that, because guess what? You would be able to empty out your account before they could do that. So they will never ever do that. So most of us realize this stuff, but there is so many people out there now who are not tech savvy and everything's done online that they get, they think this is 100% real because they're trusting. They lived in a time where you would have, personal interaction with your bank. I remember my first account ever in a bank. I would go in, I knew the teller's name, I knew the loan officer's name, and I knew the manager's name. And they knew me by sight. Gone are those days, right? They might recognize you, sort of. There's no way they remember your name. There's just so many people now in the cities and so many, customers, and everything's online, and most people just go to the ATM machines and, hardly ever go up to a teller unless something's wrong or you need to clear something that you just can't do online. So yeah, it's a bygone era when you could just immediately just trust everything. And the more technically advanced we get and the more things out there, more and more some people are going to fall behind. Mostly people in my generation and older, but the younger people at least are growing up with this technology. So they're recognizing scams, but I mean, they're so prevalent and so out there that they can catch anybody off guard. Somebody who's not used to doing purchases online gets their credit card for the first time. 3 weeks later, they get a message saying, oh, there's a problem with your credit card. Please enter your information in here to unlock your card. And they just do it. They just do it because they never dealt with this issue before. They've never been scammed. They've never had a card hacked. And so they are innocent and they get caught. So yeah, again, scammer after scammer after scammer. I'm starting to get that as much as I'm getting regular calls. In fact, if you're talking from my family, because we just text each other, I actually get more calls from scammers than I get from my family. And I mean all my family. I don't know if that's a good thing or sad, but don't get me wrong, I see my family. So it's not like we have to call. That's why we text, because we still see each other. It's not like we're a billion miles away all the time. My son and daughter both living in this city. My nephews live in the city. The only one that's still around that's outside of town is my stepfather and my sister. And we talk regularly as well. So yeah, scammers, if you're trying to reach this guy, you're not going to do it with that kind of an email. You got to come up with something smarter. Like perhaps find an account that I actually own. And don't put an email address that it screams. You might as well put in www.spotifyqc@mobile.scam. You might as well put that in because I'm not believing it. And again, you know what? I won't even say it. I can't even say nice try because that was weak.